Did you know that only 45% of people make their bed in the morning? Out of those 45%, 7% admitted to never making their bed in the morning and just leave it like that during the day. Hello and welcome back. In this video, I want to talk to you about the 20 simple habits that are going to improve your life. They certainly helped me, and hopefully you can pick up a habit or two. So first habit is make your bed. It's like closing a book when you finished a chapter. It just signals your mind that that particular task is over and you can move on to the next one. For me, an undone bed, it's like an invitation to go back in. We don't want that. We don't want to confuse our brains. So make your bed in the morning. I'm urging my teenagers to do the same thing. It gives me a sense of completion and a sense of, okay, now it's time for the next step. Take an internal shower. I know it's been said and done 100 times, but remove the friction. Just put a glass of water by your nightstand. And the first thing that you do when you wake up, before you make your bed, just take that glass. Jump the rope for 2 minutes. Okay, that's pushing it. Not everyone has a rope and not everyone has the possibility of just jumping the rope. What I mean is stretch your body, do something. If you have small children like I do, it's really important to maintain your flexibility and to wake your body up, because those little monsters, when they wake up, they're already ready for action. And for you to keep up with them, you really need to stretch your body and be ready to be that much more flexible for them, for yourself. And I incorporated this habit in the last couple of months, to be honest, because I do exercise on a regular basis and I do yoga and Pilates, and this is a different type of maintaining my health. But in the morning, you can even stretch in your bed. Just stretch your body to wake it up. Step outside if you can, or look directly at the sun for a couple of minutes. I don't know if it comes across like you need a lot of time for these habits. In reality, you don't. They're really small part of your day, but they are going to improve your day that much more. Looking directly at the sunlight is gonna put you in a better mood. It's gonna really light up your soul. I really do recommend it. A couple of minutes, you don't need to do it for 10, 15 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes is more than enough. Always try to review your goals. Remind yourself who you want to be in 6 months, in 8 months, in a year. That doesn't mean that you need to make huge changes or, write down step-by-step path. No. As long as you review them, you can write them down, you can review them in your mind, put them as a notification in your phone, just to keep up and make sure that your brain and you are aware of what needs to be achieved within the next couple of months. It's a great habit to have. Read a passage, whatever it is you're into, whether it's philosophy or religion. It's really important the first thing in the morning for you not to go through your phone or scroll through your phone. It's to read a passage of whatever inspires you. It's going to put you in a better mood, and it's a really good practice to be doing. Water a plant or learn to take care of something other than you. If you're a parent, obviously you're doing it on a regular basis. If you're not, whether it's a dog or a cat or a fish or a plant, anything to actually put you in that mindset that you are not meant to be just a selfish human being. We are meant to take care of each other, of living things. So that's a great habit to have. Take a 1 to 2 minute cold shower. And coming from Canada, this was like a really hard habit for me to incorporate. And I don't do it on a daily basis. I try to do it every other day. Right after I'm done with my shower, I just switch it to cold, and I don't let myself overthink, oh, I'm gonna be cold or how it's going to affect me. It's a really good wake up practice for your body, for your mind. If you cannot do like a cold shower, what I do is I plunge my face into a bowl of ice. So I just put my face into it. It wakes me up and it's great for your skin. Send a good morning text. You don't know whose day you're going to make by just sending a short text. I miss you. I think about you. Let's catch up this week. Something that's going to make another person feel good other than yourself. Going back to the practice that we are meant to actually take care of other people as well as ourselves, The best productivity app on your phone, it's called Airplane Mode. Use it and abuse it as often as you can to actually separate yourself from the reality, as they call it, because everyone thinks that, social media is the reality. It's a really wrong approach. Disconnect yourself for a couple of minutes, if you can do it for a couple of hours while you are on important task, because whoever needs to reach you will find a way to reach you. Music is a powerful mood enhancer, and if you can actually play a couple of your favorite songs really, really out loud, it's a great dopamine release, and I truly recommend it. I've been doing it. I'm hoping my neighbors are not gonna hate me for that. I've been doing it for quite a couple of months. Just Play your favorite song out loud, sing to it if you can. Well, you should actually. Write down the plan for tomorrow. It doesn't need to be something extremely complicated. Do the 3-3-3 rule. 3 hours of intensive work, 3 important tasks, and then 3 minutes of relaxation here and there. It really is going to put your life into a different perspective when you know roughly, just like I keep saying in my other videos, you need to have a skeleton of what you are planning to do this week. That doesn't mean necessarily that you're gonna reach all of those points and you're gonna check mark all of them, but at least a skeleton, an idea of what are the most important tasks to be done that week. It's gonna really help. End your working day with a shutdown ritual. The same thing applies when you make your bed. It's like a shutdown ritual. Close your laptop, unplug that device, close that notebook, maybe clean up your desk to give you that sense and to give your mind a sense of a end of a task. That way you can move on to the next one. Journal, journal, journal. And I cannot stress enough, you should really watch this video. It's gonna come up here somewhere, that I talk a lot about journaling, and I truly believe that each and one of us should really make it a point, make it a habit to do it once a day, at least for a couple of minutes. If you don't want to journal for 10, 15, 20 minutes, you don't have to. It will literally take 3 to 5 minutes of your day if you just go over a couple of points, and if you just write one beautiful thing that happened to you that day. It doesn't need to be 5 or 10 things, just one beautiful thing. It's gonna make your day that much more memorable. Lay out clothes for tomorrow, and I learned that habit. My parents were very much adamant about us getting ready everything the night before we go to sleep for the next day, and it really stuck with me. And it's a great habit to have. Anything that needs to be ready for the next day morning, even if you don't have an office job, even for yourself, it takes off a burden off your shoulders to actually not having to think about it, especially if you have kids. I always do. Everything is ironed and laid out the night before. It literally takes 5 minutes, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes of my evening routine. Okay, I know I need to do this. We choose the clothes, everything gets put on the side. I choose my clothes. And this way, I don't have to think about it in the morning. Pack healthy snacks, even for yourself. If you know you're gonna be out and about, first of all, it saves you so much money. Second of all, you're buying all these groceries for a reason. And I read somewhere that it takes 99 cents for you to make a sandwich at home, and it costs $3 to $4 for you to buy it in a store. So if you're trying to reach financial independence like I do, those little things matter and they do add up. And if you are shopping for the house, and if you have, I'm sure you do a lot of things in your home already, use that. Just buy a couple of extra containers and make sure you pack that healthy snack and just throw it in the car. Practice breathing, and I cannot stress enough how important it is for those who have anxiety, for those who have children, to actually still yourself and bring yourself to the present moment. I always do it in a car when I wait for my kids to pick them up from school. I make sure that I'm there a couple of minutes before so I can still my mind, so I can get out of that, productivity mode and actually be there and be present with my children. So it makes a difference. Practicing breathing a couple of times a day, whenever you get a chance, just in through the nose, out through the mouth, do 5 to 6 deep breaths, and it's going to simmer down your anxiety. It's gonna make you feel that much better. Last but not the least important is give your mind an overnight task. Whatever you're trying to achieve in the next year, in the next 2 years, give your mind that task before you actually fall asleep in your bed. Whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. I'm always thinking of ways to secure passive income and to make sure that I'm financially stable for the sake of my children, obviously, and for my own sake. And always before I go to sleep, I'm giving my mind a task. Valentina, always use your name. What would you want to do and how you can achieve that financial independence faster and more reliable? And what do you need to do in order to make that extra $2,000 to $3,000 a month? That task doesn't need to necessarily be done right away, but it's giving your mind, your subconscious mind at that point, something to think about. It's always good to have something to think about, some kind of improvement. Please do follow below what are your minor tasks that you incorporate in day-to-day, how they helped you, and share them with me. Maybe we can have a conversation about that. Other than that, have a wonderful, productive day, and I'll see you in my next video.